immigration is a very important issue to people in Penrith. On Friday, the Coalition actually announced that they were going to clear the backlog of about 30,000 people who have arrived illegally by boat, saying that no one who arrives by boat will be given permanent residency. Ms. Scott, does this mean that this policy is going to be implemented retrospectively, meaning that you could possibly be sending people who have a legitimate asylum seeker claim back to their original country? And I guess to you, Mr. Bradbury, what exactly is your government going to do to address this backlog, especially given the latest developments with the detainees' High Court challenge?
Yeah, we'll go first with Fiona on this one.
Thanks, Cassandra, and that's an excellent question. And probably midway through last year, we actually ran a forum with Scott Morrison out here, and we ran it with a lot of our community groups that actually do a lot of the work in assimilating people who have come to Australia through asylum. And what I found fascinating in that discussion and enlightening to really understand is that there is a lot of work to do within the community when somebody does come from quite a different cultural upbringing or a cultural background, to help them understand an Australian culture and to be able to thrive and live here. And we need to do that so much better. When going further with regard to the 30,000 clearing the backlog, that's why, looking at how we can actually clear that backlog, and people who do come here by boat, and David's own Foreign Affairs Minister has said that most of them are economic refugees, they should be sent back.
Fiona, if you're looking at economic refugees, therefore, if a temporary protection visa, which allows them to work for 5 years, wouldn't that be attracting these economic refugees? They can still come here and work for 5 years.
But really you need a strong leadership in this area, and that's what the policy released is exactly about. It's showing that we will be strong, that this isn't a way to come to this country. It is saying that we do want to see the correct humanitarian intake to come in, to accept to embrace, in fact, our refugee intake program, and to do that we do need to have a one-size-fits-all. So that's why we will be doing that.
And do you support that the Coalition would reduce the refugee intake? You reduce it by about half. That's an election pledge.
The current intake of the humanitarian. Look, I support that we will have the 13,750 intake, and I do support that because I think it's important that we do meet our commitments. I do support that because we're seeing 3 generations of families raised in refugee camps in other countries around the world, and whilst people knowingly choose to break our laws before entering our country, whilst people smuggling business is in full swing and operation, we are not able to actually stand up and take our true intake. And I think that's the important piece here, is that we are a lucky country and we do need to cut a break for people who actually deserve that opportunity.